What is up, Farmstrong Nation? I got a super special guest with me today. Welcome, Christina, Rideout. And I wanted to interview Christina because she's been absolutely crushing Farmstrong 5, but probably not in the ways that you think people might crush Farmstrong 5. I know I post a lot of transformation pictures, crazy before and afters, huge weight loss, a lot of inches, and a lot of people join, and that's what they think they're after. And Christina, you've been at it not quite a month. You haven't graduated yet. You're on your victory week, but you have got definitely some physical results, inches and pounds. But I think you'll probably agree the biggest wins go way beyond that. So first of all, just introduce yourself. Say kind of maybe what Farmstrong 5 has been for you. What kind of results physically have you got? And then we'll get into kind of the more stuff that's been a bigger impact for you.
Okay, so I'm a mom of two. I'm a stay-at-home mom, and I am getting ready to homeschool my kiddos. Farmstrong 5 to me is so much more than just your standard, typical weight loss coaching, shed pounds, shed inches. It's a family. It's something so much more. And I didn't realize that that's what it was going to be. But 22 days in, that's what it's become. And I'm so thankful for it. Let's see, what else did you?
Well, let's talk about the moment you said yes, because you at first did not say yes. You at first said, I'm really busy, right? So the Farmstrong 5 came into your life at a super chaotic time. Take people back to what kind of things you were dealing with, maybe some fears you had from saying, I don't want to do this thing right now. What was your world looking like when this came into it?
Okay, so anybody that knows me knows that working out is not my thing. I'm like anti-workout, anti-health, because I have done everything you could completely imagine. HCG, it's like crazy. So when I started watching you on Farmstrong 5, I just thought your word was really good, how you encourage people, and I started following because of that. And then when you came to me one day and you said, hey, I'm Andy, it's great to meet you, I thought, well, that's cool. Don't know who this dude is, but it's awesome. I love seeing you at church, so that's cool. And then you messaged me one day and said, hey, I've got July opening up for this Farmstrong 5. And I thought, really? Okay, that's nice for everybody else, but it's not for me. Like, I do not have time for this stuff. Basically because I am starting the journey of homeschooling my two kiddos. And July is prep month. So I could not take on doing one more thing on top of that. Just figuring out what life looked like. And I am constantly moving. So that was not my thing. And working out is not my thing. Did not want any part of it. My body hurt. That didn't sound exciting. And so when you invited me, I thought, well, okay, no, I just can't. I can't. And my husband, he was like, so who's this Andy guy and what are you talking about? So we started talking about, I showed him your videos and he thought, well, that's pretty cool. He goes, but you don't work out. I said, right. Like, I don't work out. That's not my thing. And he goes, but why? And I said, I don't know why I don't work out. There's one time in my life that I actually enjoyed it. And it was in high school and it was a weight class, but it was required. Like, in order to pass my classes, I had to take this weight class. So, which I enjoyed. Like, I actually enjoyed it. That was the first and last time I enjoyed working out. And I'm 34 now. So, I mean, that's a long time. So Kyle he really encouraged me and said, hon, if working out's not your thing, but you like weightlifting, but Andy's here, we've tried everything, but we haven't tried a coach. We haven't tried having somebody behind you that way. I said, I don't like accountability though. I don't like people telling me what to do, when to do it, and how to do it. It's just, I'm strong and independent that way. Just don't you dare tell me anything. And he goes, well, maybe it'd be really good for you. And so I was like, oh, okay. And he goes, I'm behind you. Go ahead. And so then I messaged you and said, I guess I'm going to do this. Found my buttons. You pushed them. So good job, Andy.
Well, so good. I just want to acknowledge that, because here you are taking on extra already, right? You're getting your kids ready for homeschool. You're strong and independent. You're a doer. Like, things you say you're going to do, you're going to get it done. But still at this moment, like, your plate's full. And
yes.
Here I'm asking you to do something that's not normal, or maybe you've had negative experiences. And then to take coaching from a coach, or put you in part of a family, so where it's not just you, because you're just like, hey, I get stuff done and it's on me. And here you are, not only getting stuff done, but you're part of a team that's getting stuff done, right? And so it's a big leap of faith, super crazy busy, but you said yes, which is awesome. And how many days have you taken off since you've said yes?
Well, I wouldn't count as a taken off day. I did an ab day, and that's half the time required, but I have not taken a single day off.
Cool. And I just want to, so if you're interested in Farmstrong 5, that's part of the deal, is when you sign up, you're signing up for, hey, you're showing up every day. You're moving your life around to, like, no matter what happens, if your kids are going crazy, like, you have to find a way to get it in, to do the things. And sometimes that's super tough. But Christina's done that despite being super busy, despite being this mom who's like taking on homeschool, is getting it done. But I questioned you, or I sent you kind of a message, I think it was around, what was it, like day 8, day 9, because even though you were getting the work done, you weren't really on the court. And what I mean by on the court was, there's things in our life that we deal with, and if we're really going to take it and make lasting transformation in our life, sometimes it goes way beyond fitness and nutrition, and it goes with maybe some mental things. So Christy, I don't know if you remember that. I'm sure you remember that conversation.
Yes.
But how did that land on you? And maybe tell that story a little bit.
So when you kind of brought it to my attention, my profile on our group was black, a complete black dot. First of all, I didn't truly realize it was a black dot, but it made me think about, there must be something more underlying there that I'm not seeing. And then you kind of talked about, you don't post anything, you don't put photos on, there's nothing there. What is that? It's all about everybody else. It's about how it's good for your kids and your husband, but where are you at here? And I see you doing the work, but what's going on? Maybe dig a little bit deeper. And I kind of sat back and I thought, I don't know what he's talking about. There's just nothing there. I'm here, I'm working out. Dude, what do you want from me? This is enough. And I just kind of sat on my porch and I took a moment. And I realized that there was something deeper that I wasn't dealing with. And you sent me a video and it said, you matter.
Yeah.
And the guy who's on there, his name is Eric Thomas. And he, like, the beginning of the video was amazing. I thought, this is really good, but this is not me, until he got towards the end of his video. And something that he said, and this is what hit me. He said, our deepest fear is not that we are inadequate, but that we are powerful beyond measure. We tell ourselves, who am I to be brilliant, to be smart, to succeed, to be talented, that we take ourselves and we make ourselves smaller. And he said, why would you do that when the world needs you to be this bright, shining person who says, you know what? I am here and I am worth it and I matter and I can do this. And I sat back and said, that's it. In everything I've ever done, because of my past, because of what I've thought about myself, it didn't matter. I didn't matter. It wasn't about me. It would never be about me. But at that moment, it needed to be about me. because I can't be the best me for my kids, for my husband, for my friends, for my church. I just can't if I don't look at me and say I matter. And so that just was a whole revelation for me to be able to say, you know what? Okay. So because of my past, I've allowed all of these lies to come in and tell me I'm worthless, to tell me this, that, and the other. What is the truth? Show me what the truth is. And so I put this Facebook post out and I said, hey, friends and family, I'm going to put myself out on a limb here. And I want to know in 2 words, what do you think when you think about me? The response was crazy. I had over 70 comments. A lot of them were the same, which was okay. That was confirmation to me that I was a great person. I was smart. I was brilliant. I was compassionate. And so I decided to really dive into that a little bit more and say, okay, so if this is why I haven't worked out, if this is why I haven't done the dreams that I've thought about doing, writing a book or starting a business, even when everybody has told me, girl, you've got it, go do it. And I'm like, no, that really? Because what I'm advertising is me. I'm not advertising a product, it's myself. And when I looked at myself, I didn't matter. So that journey became a very deep, emotional revelation for myself to say, you know what, I need to look at myself different, not only for me, but my daughter's going to look at me and she's going to say, that's my mom. And I want her to be proud and not have that same, she didn't matter, I don't matter kind of mentality. So that was the biggest part of my journey. That's when it started. And every day I've had to dig in and dig deep and look at a picture that I put together. I took all the words that everybody had posted and I made a little picture kind of blog thing. And I have it posted up so that I can see it and I can be reminded of that's what people see when they see me. And I need to see that when I see me. And so that was the deeper journey, and that's kind of what happened there.
That's so good. I just want to give everybody who's watching this video just a little bit of insight for like kind of that first week. Christina, she was so helpful to everybody else in the Farmstrong 5 family. People say with their struggles, Christine would be right there taking care of them, really lifting them up. She would log her work, like she's getting her work done, but it wasn't necessarily a big deal for her. But when somebody else needed her, she was there. And then as she really got on the court and took on this idea that she mattered, one of the things I said is like, what if you started to see yourself the way that your husband see you? Like the way that your husband, who believed in you to start this group, the way that he looks at you, like what if you saw yourself the way that the people in your life see you? What would that open up? And it's like, I know that that's vulnerable and scary and kind of like, man, it's just not my world, you know? Like I take care of others, you know, I'm the mom, I help my kids in homeschool, like I'm their teacher beyond their mom, right? Like you guys just really get Christina, right? Like she is so good at taking care of others. And for the second half of Farmstrong 5, here she is really starting to take care of herself and believe in herself and make sure that she matters the way that a lot of people have always seen, but she's seeing it for the first time. So Christina, what has life been like in this 2 weeks where it's been scary? It's like a new muscle, right? You're working out, you're lifting heavy things, like you're getting muscles like bigger, but this you matter muscle is really small and it's starting to get bigger. How has it been working out that muscle?
It's been interesting. I see things differently. I see how people respond to me differently. I see how my mood is towards my family. Every day it's completely different. And in a good way, a way that I couldn't ever completely explain. I noticed that funny things, like I walk through the Walmart and people are like, look at her, wow. And I know it's not like my physique. I know it's just my attitude. I stand taller. Yeah. I have more confidence. I'm on the prayer team at church. And when I walk up to the front, I don't feel like a coward. I don't feel like I have to stand behind everybody anymore. just because I matter, and somebody out there needs whatever it is that I'm shining that day, whatever love I need to give to that person. But it's different. It's not on my hands and feet being the rug. It's being the person that embraces people now. And so now I can just take a step forward. It's allowed me to say, you know what, all of these businesses, things that I thought that I didn't matter and I didn't need to do because it was about me, I'm taking them on. I've got things started. I've started doing research. It's opened up a whole new window and door to my life that I never thought I could walk through. And it's exciting. Life is exciting. And so it makes me want to get up. It makes me want to do the next thing. It makes me excited for homeschooling. I never would have thought that I'd be where I am now. And no, I'm not planned. I don't have the homeschool plan done like every other mommy out there, but I don't care because this is me and I'm happy about it. And it's good. Like, life is good. And my husband has jumped on the bandwagon, and dude's rocking the pound loss, and he looks good and he feels good. And so as a family, we've just taken a giant leap forward in a way that we never could have imagined.
So good. So good. And you did that within your first month of starting a program, Farmstrong 5 as the program, right? A lot of people, they think they got to get to their goal weight to feel the way that they want to feel, right? And part of Farmstrong 5 is just really accepting and loving ourselves for exactly the way we are and exactly the way we're not, and just taking on areas of life we want to transform and we want to improve and becoming that person now. And I don't know if there's anybody in Farmstrong 5 who's done that better than Christina, because she, her world, it didn't matter, not like it did now. And starting after watching that video, she went out and publicly on Facebook. Like, do you get how scary that is for somebody who's just not used to doing that? Asking people to say 2 nice words for her and then just receiving compliments without it feeling icky or uncomfortable. Like that's just incredible. And she did that on her own. That wasn't a homework assignment from me. That was something that she did because she was transforming her life through the Farmstrong 5. So, Christina, I don't want to step over the physical results because you did get some of that too, especially maybe with your back pain. So just give a little bit of kind of your physical results that you got from the Farmstrong 5 and your husband's as well.
Okay, so mine, I had extreme back pain, enough where I saw a chiropractor, and I've seen a chiropractor for years. And my excuse was I need a low endurance, low impact workout because it hurt. I couldn't bend over. My back would go out. I'd have a lot of nerve pain. Well, we're only 22 days through the system and my back pain is gone. I can do a squat without pain. I can do a lunge without pain, which is something I never thought I could do. The days that I just do the ab work, I feel it, like my body starts craving that movement. And it's so good. It feels so good. I'm only down 4 pounds, but you know what? That's okay because that's healthy and it's good. The success that I've found in every other avenue is what's going to keep me going forward and make this a lifelong thing. So it's not a program that I've started and I'll be done at the end of 30 days. It's a lifelong changer and it'll be fantastic. And I have these cool muscles that I never thought I could have before. It's awesome. My husband, he's down 10 pounds. Kyle is rocking it. And he's doing the same thing I'm doing. He's not doing anything different. We're eating the same thing. He's doing the same exact workout, except he's doing it at 3:30 in the morning before work. Crazy dude. And he has missed one day. And the one day he didn't do it, he said, I can't do that. Never again. I cannot miss a day because my body tells me no, I need this. So that's where we are. I haven't measured in inches. I'm kind of waiting for that end day to see where I'm at exactly. I don't know where my percentage in body fat is. I know it's gone down. I fit better in my jeans, so that's exciting for me. So yeah, that's kind of where the inches and pounds have gone for us.
So good. And I just want to acknowledge that this video is even a thing, Christina, that you're willing to do an interview. Like, because at
Yeah.
the start of this, you join a group, and some people, like, they either don't post a picture at all, so it's blank. Some people, not comfortable with picture, will post like a picture of their cat or their dog, and they're not really in it. Like, you were a black dot. Like, it was dark circle black.
Yes.
And here you are, just the way you walk in a room is completely different. The way that you're smiling is so much different. God, I just can't imagine life now with the way that your vibrancy, the way that you walk into a room, be on a video, post on social media. I think that's incredible. I want you to just, as we're closing this out, talk to the moms who don't feel like they matter, or they feel like that to-do list is so long and that's what matters is that to-do list. The kids, the husband, it kills them that they're not getting it all done. There's nothing at the end of the day for them, and they kind of feel like a failure because they're not getting everything else done for someone else. Like, what advice would you have for them? What, if you were able to take such a stand for your life and have such a mental flip of the you matter, where did that come from, and how could you give that to someone else who needs it?
Okay, so I'm going to talk directly to the camera as if it is every mother out there.
Yeah.
So you mom, you wife, you beautiful, beautiful woman. You matter beyond anything you could ever imagine. You need to close your eyes. You need to take a deep breath and breathe. That breath that you have, that is the life that you give your children. It is the life that you give your husband. It is the life that you give the people around you. Without that breath, that light does not shine. That person that you are, that they all need, that you just wake up every morning and say, but it's for them. I have to do it for them. If I don't get this done, it's never going to happen. If I don't do this, it will never be. If you do not take care of you, and if you do not find the beauty that is in you, and beauty is not what we have all grown up for it to be. Beauty is so much more. So you need to close your eyes and you need to find that beauty that is in you, and you need to let it out. Pick up your swords, pick up your shields. You need to take your day and say, this is my day, and it is mine because I choose that I am beautiful, and I choose that I matter this day, and I choose that every step I take is going to matter. That it doesn't matter that there are things around me that are falling down. It doesn't matter that I have dishes in the sink or dirty clothes piling up, or my lipstick is a mess, or my children are mismatched and I have to go to the Walmart with my sweatpants on. It doesn't matter because you're beautiful. And when you walk into a room with your head held high and you believe in yourself, things will change. Dreams that you have dreamed will come to pass. Things will start to happen and you will not have explanation for it. It is because you have chosen you first. You have chosen to say, I matter this day. So I encourage you, if you need anything, please comment. Please let me know, because I would love to walk through it with you. Because without this Farmstrong 5 family lifting me up in this time, without Coach Andy lifting me up in this moment, I would not be where I'm at. It is such an empowerment to have people behind you that matter, and not the mamas that sit at the table that say, oh, you just eat that donut and drink that extra cup of coffee, because, honey, drink that coffee, walk away from the donut. You matter every single breath.
Oh my gosh, Christina, I just got goosebumps. That was incredible. And Farmstrong 5 is a family, y'all. Like, maybe it was a creation from my mind, but like, when you join Farmstrong 5, you don't just get me, you get people like Christina who are on the court dealing with things. And if your story is very similar, it's like, hey, like, you get words of affirmation like that. You get words of empowerment that come from her voice. And as a family, we win together. Yes. Unbelievable, Christina. I mean, gosh, I mean, I'm going to have to cut that part out and just make that its own video, what you just did. But thank you so much for taking a stand for moms and for women. And not only your words, but you leading by example. Every time you post something positive from yourself, that's a victory over the past. And, just a symbol that somebody who is dealing with things that you were dealing with, that they could do it too. So thank you so much. Thank you so much for being part of Farmstrong 5. I'll see you in the Farmstrong Elite Graduates group in a little bit. And if you're curious about Farmstrong 5 and you don't want to bias, because I'm totally biased, if you want somebody who's been through it as a client, ask Christina. She'll give you her opinion too.
Yes.
But there is 5 spots every single month. Make sure you get on the wait list or sign up if one is free. Christina, thank you so much. And any last words before we end this interview?
Thank you, Andy. You're amazing. And go Farmstrong 5. It will change your life.
Awesome. We'll see you guys later.
Bye.